We've heard of sleeping with the fishes. We're about to fight with the fishes here at the Atlantis. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's King Rayan García. 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighed in at 129 pounds, his reach 70 inches. And he'll be facing Scott Quigg, 55 kilos on the nose. He's 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 178.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
King Rayan García, one of the most famous boxers the world over, the fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash. Scott Quigg, this former WBA super bantamweight champion fighting out of Bury, England.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rayan García. Fighting out of the blue corner from Bury, England, here is the British and super bantamweight champion of the world, Scott Quigg.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Which fans are going to be happy, which fans are going to be sad, I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. The straight right just misses. Got out of the way, that right hook. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Beautiful counter punch. Punching. Nice counter. The courage on display here is incredible. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Swing and a miss with the hook. Oh, Quigg. Quigg has got to do something here. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
And there's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Back and forth they go. Catch and shoot. He threw a punch and just got countered. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. Incredible work rate. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Fight that round. Get out there and switch it.
And there's the bell for round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Nice counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out though? Time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he scores with the counter. A lot of effort being exerted here. A perfect counter lands. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. That jab misses. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. That left hook misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, boxing. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Well done with that counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the... Here's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter shot lands. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter punch. Garcia in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. Here we go in the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? He threw a punch and just got countered. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That jab misses. Hook misses. Counter punch. Tried to score with a jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about García in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The straight right just misses. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The jab doesn't quite connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Garcia in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Good defense with that left jab. There's a counter shot. Miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Misses with the right uppercut. That hook won't score. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Looking to land the hook. There's a counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. We'll see how... It's round 10. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Quigg just got belted. Down goes Quigg. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
I need to see that again.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. He'll try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? So this fight will continue. Let's talk about Quigg in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
It can make or break a fighter.
Wet round. Good man. You said, come on. Do you want to win this fight? Right, let's get out there. Good spot. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that what. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you step it up.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Holding nothing back here in the round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Catch and shoot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Catch and shoot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it and the fight continues. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fight. On to the 12th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
A perfect counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's all hands on deck now. Scott Quigg, down he goes. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.